I took a trip to the Daymaniyat Islands, 70 kilometers off the coast of Muscat. It took about an hour and a half by speedboat. The islands are spread out over 1 kilometer, about 250 acres. There are 9 uninhabited rocky islands that make up the Daymaniyat Islands. They are a protected natural reserve since 1996. They are made up of limestone rocks and ancient coral reefs, and the sand is very white. They're also known as the jewel of the Middle East. Sea turtles nest and lay their eggs from May to October. The sea turtles are green sea turtles or hawksbill sea turtles. From May to October, no tours are allowed to land on the island. You just can park in the reef and swim by the coral. I went in April, so I was one of the last tourists that was able to go to the island. Besides sea turtles, the islands are also a magnet for migratory birds and indigenous birds, and we could see some nests along the rocks and cliffs on the island. The islands also are home to whale sharks in the summer months. The island became open to the public only in 2013. Before that, it was only marine researchers and scientists that were allowed to go on the islands. If you would like to take a day trip to the Diamante Islands, you need to meet your group at the marina. They will provide snorkeling equipment, water, and lunch. As you can see here, this is one of the most popular beaches, and this is where we saw most of the sea turtles. You can climb up to the top of this island, and you can see the other little beaches and other islands in the distance. Because you have to pay an entrance fee to enter the protected natural reserve, the government does limit the amount of tourists that are able to enter the area each day. I didn't find that there were many people in the area. On my boat, there were only 10 people. As you can see, the beach is very clear and you can almost have the place to yourself. Lots of sea turtles, they're eating the sea grass, and at one point I saw 6 sea turtles together. Here you can see one just munching away. And we're careful to keep our distance. It seems like I'm swimming on top of him, but I am not. I'm far back, and sometimes they just come up and you push yourself away so they're able to swim freely. We don't want to interfere with them. There's 2 turtles together munching away. And me keeping my distance. There's about 3 or 4 sea turtles and one coming up for air. Some members of our group didn't want to swim and they just had lunch on the beach. On the way back, we pass the Sultan's Palace, some forts, and an ancient castle. Here is the Sultan's Palace, which we could see from my tour of the National Museum. It's across the road from the National Museum. You can see lighthouses and forts and walls and the rocky terrain of the mountain that lead right into the water. Here's another fort. With the flag of Oman. blowing in the wind. And we had to go back to Muscat because in the afternoons the winds pick up and it starts to get rough. You can see here the water's starting to get a little rough. It's a sunny, calm day, but on the water it's quite rough and windy. But our captain tried to go as close to shore as he could so we could see some sights, including this rock formation that used to be attached to the mountain that leads right into the water. Now we are coming around. You can see another fort, and behind that is the palace. And we are making our way back to the Marina Bandar Al Roda. There is a closer marina right across from the islands, but during Ramadan there weren't so many tours going to these islands, so I booked through this marina. And once I got back to the marina, I still wanted to swim, and next door is the yacht club, and I went swimming at the beach there, as you can see in these photos. If you do have time to visit the Daymaniyat Islands on your trip to Muscat, Oman, I highly recommend it. Like I said, it's known as the Jewel of the Middle East, and it was an incredible day trip. See you on the next episode.